What's up, guys? It's Logan Perkins of the Perks of Cognac. If you're new to my channel, I review cognac, armagnac, whiskey aged in armagnac, you name it. In this series, I love cognac cognac cocktails. I love cognac cocktails, and so I want to show you guys how to make some really delicious cognac cocktails. One of my favorite cocktails, period, is the Old Fashioned. It's a classic. You cannot go wrong. You can get an Old Fashioned practically at any bar. It's such a simple but delicious cocktail. It is stamped in our bar culture. Like, seriously, you can really, go to a bar anywhere. It can be the worst bar on the planet. They still gonna know how to make Old Fashioned. So I love this cocktail, typically made with bourbon or rye whiskey. But today we add a twist to it. I'm gonna make you a cognac. I'm gonna show you how to make a cognac Old Fashioned. Really simple. First, as you know, we're going to need a nice cognac, but not any cognac. You're gonna need a cognac with a little more depth, something that's a little bit older. So I would highly recommend a VSOP or an XO cognac for this. Today, since it's the first time I'm showing you guys how to make this, I want to go with an option that anyone on here could get, because sometimes I have some cognacs that aren't readily available, like in the US, or you have to ship it and whatnot, and that gets a little pricey. So something you can always get. So today we're using Remy Martin 1738. Guys, it's a classic. You cannot go wrong, and this also makes a great high quality mixer, as it has nice depth, some great flavors there that really complement an Old Fashioned. And the cool thing about cognac, rather than bourbon, you're getting like vanilla, that oak, caramel, right? A little bit of like that corn sweetness, right? But cognac, since it's made from grapes, you're getting a little bit different. So it really makes an entirely different Old Fashioned rather than trying to replace the classic one, right? So it's just a cool recipe. For my recipe, I'm going to sugar cube. Some people use simple syrup. There's nothing wrong with using the simple syrup. It's a classic. A little sweetness to it, but I'm using a sugar cube for today. I got this at Total Wine, but you can find sugar cubes at any grocery store. Just something that's always available. Cherries. I love cherries. I have Luxardo cherries today. They're a little pricey, but they are just amazing cherries. But you can find any, cocktail cherries of your choosing. I live in Michigan, so there are a ton of Michigan brands like Traverse City Whiskey that make awesome cherries. So maybe next time I'll use the local favorite, but today I'm using just Luxardo Italian cherries, and that's really it. And also, I'm so sorry, almost forgot, bitters. You're going to need some just classic aromatic bitters. Some people use orange bitters, but today I'm using classic Angostura bitters. You can't go wrong. You will see this used at probably every bar in America. Most cocktails will use this Angostura aromatic bitters. This is a classic. You can find this anywhere. I'm very sure you can find this in the grocery store, Total Wine, really any liquor store is going to have these bitters. They're a staple in the bar scene, so I'm going to be using Angostura bitters. So super easy, and then you're going to need oh my goodness, you're going to need a nice ice cube. I have these huge square ice cubes here, but you can really use any ice cubes you want. There's no rule on what ice cubes you can use. And then you'll need a glass. You can really use any glass you want. I'm using my custom J&L cocktail glass. Shout out to my wife. Got these as a gift from Sarah. Oh, she has her headphones on. Hey, honey bun. She can't hear me. But these were a wedding gift, I'm pretty sure, and they've been some of my favorite glasses that I have in my kitchen. So we're gonna start here, guys. First, since I'm using a sugar cube, you're gonna want to get a sugar cube, plop it in there. Super simple. Like I said, you can also use simple syrup and just drop it in there for a little extra sweetness. I like using a sugar cube because it adds a little texture. That's just me. You don't have to, but that's just me. And then what you're gonna do with the sugar cube, I usually add one, but there's no rule saying you can't add another for some extra sweetness. You're gonna douse that sugar cube in the bitters. I'll show you. Typically, you're gonna use maybe like 3 dashes, but you're gonna wanna douse that sugar cube in the bitters, just like that. Soak it, completely soaked. Make sure my hand is in the way. You can see that sugar cube is just really doused in those bitters, really good. And then, almost forgot. This is my second cocktail video, like long form. I'm forgetting stuff all over the place, but guys, super simple. You're gonna want to get a muddler, but you can really use anything really, but you're gonna want to crush that sugar cube. Just crush it. Crush it, crush it, crush it all the way in there. So it's just kind of at the bottom there, just crush it up. Darn, I forgot how bitters can get everywhere. And then for me, it's on the ice cube as well, so I'll use that ice cube that has bitters on it. From here, you're gonna get your ice cube. If I can get it out. And I'm going 3 ounces of our cognac here. 3 ounces of Remy Martin 1738. Boom. And I have a jigger here for proper measurements. Boom. And the last one. And if you don't know, the big head on the jigger is 1.5 ounces. So you can kind of get a good measurement there. And bam, look at that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So once you have your cognac in there, that's really it. But what I like to do, ladies and gentlemen, a little Logan Perkins, a little cognac. I'll show you here in a second, a little something I like to do, but you're gonna wanna stir it gently, just so you're getting all those sugar cube, all those bitters to kind of just mix all together. You're gonna wanna stir it gently, not a vigorous, not all over the place, just a little gentle stir, get those sugars in there. All right. Then last but not least, the cherry. I love cherries. Like I said, I'm using Luxardo cherries today, but you're gonna want a nice, high quality cherry. And Luxardo cherries are for that. And like I said, what am I adding? That's kind of my little secret. I think this adds so much good flavor to a nice old fashioned. With these cherries, they're filled with syrup, right? Guys, just put a little bit of that syrup in the old fashioned. Just a little bit. I'm telling you, it adds so much depth and flavor. It is super, super awesome. So we're gonna grab a cherry here. Boom, single cherry. Gonna put it on there, but just a little extra syrup. Just a little extra syrup. Bam, and that's gonna add some nice cherry flavor. It's gonna add just so much depth and a lot going on with, oh my goodness, with the old fashioned. Traditional old fashions also have a orange twist, but I don't have an orange currently, so we're going without that. But that doesn't negate from how good and delicious this cocktail is. So look at that, and that's it. That's all you need, guys. And you have yourself a delicious, delicious cognac old fashioned. Let's taste. That is super good. Delicious old fashioned. It's gonna taste a little different than your typical bourbon or rye, but since cognac is made from grapes, it adds a little fruitiness that I really like. It's different. It's not replacing your typical old fashioned, but it's adding a nice touch to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, my little buddy. My wife went outside, so he's barking. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for my next video.